Welcome back to the Astana Times. Today I am reporting from the UN Climate Change Secretariat headquarters in Bonn, Germany. Here, national delegates and civil society representatives gathered at the June UN climate change meetings ahead of upcoming COP29. They're here to discuss finance and progress on their national climate action plans. Kazakhstan's delegation is represented by the Ministry of Ecology and Natural Resources.
The expectation from COP29 is certainly to reach a consensus on climate finance. How are we going to achieve those efforts on climate solutions and commitments made to achieve carbon neutrality in general?
Alongside addressing the financial goals, COP29 in Azerbaijan has significance for Kazakhstan because it is convened in the region close to Central Asia.
If we talk about the regional affiliation, we're in the same region. Accordingly, we expect significant achievements from COP29. Especially regional cooperation on issues of water basins, water resources, and issues of Caspian Sea pollution monitoring. We expect joint regional solutions in terms of achieving a green economy, such as the development of the green finance market and the development of green taxonomy, which gives the opportunity to attract the attention of investors to our region for the purpose of achieving green projects.
The link between climate change and melting glaciers is becoming ever more visible, particularly for the Kyrgyz Republic, where mountains cover over 90% of the territory. The country is advocating for a more prominent mountain agenda at the UN climate meetings in Bonn.
Coming from a Central Asian perspective, we realize our mountain resources, particularly the glaciers, are crucial sources of fresh water for the people of the entire region. If we fail to preserve the glaciers today and the current trend continues, we could face a severe water crisis within a few decades. This is a very much the worst-case scenario. We are talking about the loss of biodiversity in mountainous areas such as the snow leopard. You have probably all heard that the snow leopard and other species of flora and fauna are endangered. We're also talking about the degradation of pastures in mountainous regions, the fact that many mountains are already losing their forest surface. Almost no grass can grow. In our countries, for example, especially mountainous countries, people are used to cattle breeding, and this is very critical because there is not enough fodder to keep livestock, to keep cattle.
Every year, UN marks Desertification and Drought Day on June 17th. This year, the event coincides with the 30th anniversary of UN Convention to Combat Desertification, one of the three so-called Rio Conventions, along with climate change and biodiversity. The Astana Times attended celebratory event here in Bonn and interviewed land heroes, young changemakers from around the world who are working to restore land and boost resilience to drought.
I think that we have young people who are very aware of environmental problems. We have a population that really cares about our environment and our forests. I think that what we want is for law to be implemented because Brazil, from my perspective as a lawyer, I think that in Brazil we have very good environmental laws. But at the same time, we need the budget and we need the capacity for those very good laws to be implemented on the ground.
Hi, I'm Sidesh and I'm a farmer and I have founded Agro Rangers as an initiative which works with small and marginal farmers in drought villages of Maharashtra. If you see the Indian landscape, like where India is a basically agriculture country and we have a lot of farmland, farmers growing a lot of crops there. You will find it from different ranges, starting from rices, millets, pulses, vegetables, all the cash crops is also there. But the farming practices is more based on using heavy chemicals and pesticides. And that has degraded our farmland. So if we see the whole Indian soil, we have done the soil testing in 10 villages, almost 5,000 soils were tested. And we found out that average organic carbon content in those soil is less than 0.5%. So the carbon content which is very important to grow the sustainable food production. And when you have a less carbon, farmers get very less production from the farming and their livelihood is directly impacted. So most degraded soil and the climate change, both problems are equally destroying the livelihood of all the small and marginal farmers. So we started working on it, how we can bring the innovative solutions to these problems. And when we were doing the research since last 4 and 5 years, we spent on the groundwork, trying different model, trying different cropping pattern. And then we found out this agroforestry model is one of the solution which we found out is a more sustainable and profitable, because which has improved the soil quality almost 1.2% organic carbon to 2.4%, and which also generated and increased the revenue of the farmers by 4 times. Now we know that this is the solution which is more climate resilient and actually mitigating the climate change impact by sequestering atmospheric carbon.
To learn more of Germany's land rehabilitation projects, the Astana Times visited the Amshire Landscape Park that went through post-mining restoration. I'm standing on top of the mountain made from debris and stone collected from over 20 coal mines. The whole region behind me had once operating mines. The last one was closed in 2018. Since then, this place was turned into a tourist attraction and a sidewalk for local people. This ambitious project has turned a heavily industrialized post-mining and polluted region into a flourishing green space, showcasing best practices in environmental restoration, sustainable urban development, and community involvement. The park serves as a testament to the region's commitment to overcoming its industrial legacy.